All right, I want to thank Corey and Taylor for delivering great speeches tonight. It's kind of funny how I went to daycare with Corey, and my mom and Taylor's mom were friends back in elementary school. It's amazing how small towns work out that way. And, you know, in living in a small town, there's one word that I've noticed that we all use a lot. It's a rather large word. It has 9 letters. If you picked up a newspaper or turned on the radio, you're liable to hear it multiple times. It starts with a C, and it's the word community. Now, we throw that word around a lot. We ask for community donations. Community members sit in on interview committees. Athletes thank the community for coming to sporting events. But really, who is the community? 2016 seniors, take a look around you. It's okay. Look around you. See all these people here. When we mention the word community, these are the people that we are referring to. Now, who makes up this mighty fine group? Well, you have people in this crowd that are mathematicians. There's people here that can crank out the quadratic formula, and others who have to bring out a calculator just to figure out how much a $1 off coupon will save them. You've got writers who can crank out a fantastic novel, and others that do good just to remember the period at the end of the sentence. You've got lawn perfectionists who can mow a yard better than anyone else out there, and some people who jump for joy when they just get the mower started. Now, I tell you this to tell you that you don't have to be great at everything. You don't have to be great at math and writing and mowing lawns. But what happened if no one was good at math? You'd have no factories, you'd have no jobs. If no one was good at writing, you'd have no news, no entertainment. If no one was good at mowing yards, then the city would be a jungle. The thing is, you have to find what excites you, what you're good at, and specialize in it. Pursue it. The community runs smoothly when we all specialize in something and find our role in society. Now, as a senior, I can say that I'm proud to be a Wildcat. I'm proud to be from Trigg County. Yeah, Trigg County may have its downfalls. We may not have a wide variety of restaurants or a Walmart or a movie theater, but we have generous people. We have people who will go out of their way to wave at you as they pass you on the road. We have generous business owners who will gladly accept us unprepared seniors into their workplaces for a week. We have people who will empty out their pocketbooks just for us students, from buying a dozen donuts from Krispy Kreme, from buying a pound of cookie dough, or even placing a Spirit of Rotary bid at the Katie's Rotary Auction. Guys, you remember Scholarship Day? Last week we received $1.5 million in scholarships. That is amazing. You can thank the people in this room for much of that. When we think about the community, we largely think about our elders. But what happens in 30, 40, even 50 years when we are their age? When we're sitting on those bleachers watching our grandkids walk across this very stage, will they be able to say, I want our generation to be like them? Guys, we've been on the receiving end of this community. We've benefited from this community. We've been brought up by this community. Now it's our turn to be the community. Now we're all going to make some mistakes along the way. If you were there to see me on the last day of 7th grade dance, well, that was a mistake of mine. Mr. Hamby, your rendition of the Adele song, well, I'll let y'all be the judge of that one. But granted, we've all had our fair share of recess privileges revoked, clips pulled, check marks, demerits, noses in the corner, 3D forms, and ALC visits. But let's use those correctional tools to make a change for the better. From here on out, you won't have Mr. Eagleson following you around, making sure you have a hall pass. The consequences now become much harder with life-changing outcomes. We can't use the I'm only 17 or 18 years old or the I'm only a high schooler excuses anymore. It's time that we take our life into our own hands. Now, a graduation speech wouldn't be a graduation speech without a trip down memory lane. So first, let's get started in elementary school. In first grade, we hatched chicks and raised caterpillars into butterflies. In second grade, the boys wore white shirts, the girls wore poodle skirts as we sang our favorite song, Rockin' Robin, and I swear that song's still stuck in my head. In fourth grade, me, Reggie, KK, and Jordan Woodall ran for Miss Joy Champion in the fourth grade Trigg Derby race. And for those of you scoring at home, we won. We brought home the trophy. Our middle school years began on a much sadder note. It was the first year without our good friend Keegan Mangles, and he was a close friend with a lot of us here. He passed away between our 5th and 6th grade year, so we've placed an empty chair in his honor. In 7th grade, we all participated in the reality store, where we had to go through a life scenario, paying bills, having a job. We drew out of a hat to figure out how many kids that we had, and we all snickered and wondered who our secret spouse was. And at the end, if you had money left over, you got a payday candy bar, and if you ran out of money, then you got a zero candy bar. Well, I know for me, I got to the end and I had money left over, but I gave it all to charity. People thought I was just being nice. I just wanted a zero candy bar. In 8th grade, that was the ice storm, in which much of us know way too much about. Now, the first year of high school was all fun and games until we had to watch a birthing video and learn about sex ed from a teacher that's about as tall as me, looks like me, and has the same last name as me, and he may actually be wearing zipper pants right now. I can't tell. Now, we will all... Well, y'all laughing. Whew. We will all remember missing lunch that one day because a certain bank downtown was being robbed and the whole city of Katy shut down for a few hours. And lastly, the 2016 senior class will go down as the first senior class to get beat by the freshmen in the tug of war on dodgeball day. Guys, that was embarrassing. I don't know who was pulling it. That was bad. Now, I want to start wrapping things up by giving out a few thank yous. First, I want to thank the Lord for all of my successes and my setbacks. In John chapter 13, Jesus told Peter, "You do not realize now what I am doing, but later you will understand." For me, it was knee surgeries and shoulder surgeries that racked up medical bills. It took me out of my last 2 years of football and kept me off the lake fishing. Little did I know, that event in my life made me consider other options, which led to job opportunities with WKDZ, and that has helped to guide my professional career. Now, maybe there are some things in your life where things have seemed to fall apart. But the longer time goes, the more you start to see the bigger picture. Isn't it amazing how God works things out for our good? Now, I'm sure you've heard this verse. It's common around graduating season, and it comes from Jeremiah 29:11. It says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Now, whether you know Christ personally or not, I believe that God has a plan for all of our lives. But let me ask you, say you're planning a vacation. You plug the address of your destination into your GPS, the wonderful TomTom lady spits you out the perfect route, and you're on your way and you reach an intersection and it says turn right. But you know how guys are. You think you have a better way, so you turn left. Now, what usually happens when you don't follow your planned route? You end up taking a longer trip. You spend more time trying to get back on the right road, or sometimes you can just get plain lost. The moral of the story is, God has your life planned out. He knows why He created you. He knows your purpose here on this earth, and He planned your life journey accordingly. But ultimately, you are in the driver's seat. Will you follow that plan, or will you take your own way? I'm here to tell you that there is only one way, and that's through my Christ, Jesus Christ. Now, next, I would like to thank my parents, who, when I was growing up, knew the right time to offer words of encouragement, and also the right time to whip out the red paddle that was used several times. I want to thank the administrators, guidance counselors, teachers, and support staff from kindergarten to senior year for investing in us. We've developed relationships with a lot of people in the school system, and we're going to hate saying goodbye. In class of 2016, if there's one thing that you can take away tonight, I hope it's this. We are the next community. We're the next parents. We're the next politicians. We're the next scientists, teachers, veterinarians, and CEOs. And I know many of you will not settle here in Trigg County, and you know what? That's fine. But you will be a part of the community that you choose to live in. Your community needs you. Your community needs us to maximize our talents and potential. If our generation fails, it's because of us. And if our generation succeeds, it's because we took the initiative, discovered our role, and pursued it in full force. Go out, go learn, and go Wildcats.